Good evening peeps, Liesl here once more, and tonight I am delighted to be bringing to us all the final project for this year, which is basically our Leg Fiddle project. Yeah, so no waffle, straight in. It is quite late here, so I hope you can hear me. I'm keeping my voice down a little bit. Yeah, and special thanks go to Dr. Liesl. Liesl, I do hope I pronounced your name correctly there, for the inspiration behind this project. If you have seen on her channel, she did build one of these herself earlier in the year, showing us how that's done, the pitfalls, everything. And I have been following her videos to basically do the same, although obviously this will have very much of a Liesl slant on it. Yeah, because we all build in unique ways. So enough from me, and straight in, I will show you the progress so far on this build. So I did decide to use a fairly large box for this. I spent some time picking the box and choosing it carefully, and I've basically come up with this sobremesa, I can't pronounce that, box, which is 12 inches by about 8 or 10 inches, so it's fairly large. As you can see, that's the front of the box. But I did decide to invert the box for this build for various reasons, largely because, if I can open it, there's quite a lip to the lid, and I thought when cutting the apertures to take the neck inside the box, it would be a lot easier to use the back for the front, as not only are we going to have a neck, but we're going to have a raised fingerboard on this. So first up, I've cut the apertures, or the slots, to receive the neck, and here's the neck. I have decided to go with an angled headstock on this one. So as you may well have seen earlier in the year, I decided to go with a scarf joint on this. I've done this at quite a steep angle. Yeah, largely due to comments from you, our wonderful community. People basically discussing the various pitfalls they'd had with using an angled headstock, as opposed to the kind of staggered one that we often use in cigar box instrument building. Do forgive me, it is rather late. I've come straight from a Zoom meeting, so yeah, I'm rather tired, but anyway. Having said all that, I decided to go with quite a steep angle on this. It's about 45 degrees. I don't know exactly, because I cut this by hand. I did not use a mitre. And basically, I'm going to attach that at the bottom. So there's the angle. I did find when I built Guinevere that the steep angle does help to keep her in tune very well. Johnny, I know you said you'd had some problems with shallow angles with the instruments going out of tune. I have to say I don't know about that. Yeah, because I've not actually fully constructed an instrument yet with a shallow angled headstock. I've made a couple of blanks, but I've not used them yet. So yeah, more will be revealed on that, I dare say. But having taken your advice, I thought probably a safe bet to go with a slightly steeper angle, as I didn't want there to be too much excess wood. I didn't want it to be too thick for this, as we're going to have a raised fingerboard on the top. So yeah, there it is anyway. I hope that makes sense, which will be inserted into the box like so. Now, to show you the front, which was the back, which is now the front, I've kind of sketched that out also. I'm hoping you can see there are some F-shaped sound holes, as this is going to be a fiddle. Yep, I've done those by hand. Basically, I found a template on the internet, took a picture on my phone and screenshotted it, and then very carefully traced around, to get the design. We are going to cut these by hand, very simply, using an electric drill, and I will show you more on that later. But I've hatched those in so that hopefully you can see kind of roughly what we're going to get. I've eyeballed those largely, so they are pretty level, but as this is going to be something of a hobo fiddle, you know, absolute accuracy I'm not concerned with really, and it will be upright like this clearly. So there's the basic. We'll have the having said that, it might help if I got everything the right way round in true Liesl styling. You can see I come hot foot without really doing much preparation for this video. Something like this. So hopefully you get the idea. I'm not going to edit this, so bear with me. It has been quite a long day. There we go. And there it is. So there's the side angle. There's the rest of it. I could change the camera angle, but I'm not going to, because I just know that the whole thing will go even worse. So I do hope you get the idea anyway. It'll be on there. We're going to have, obviously, as per a fiddle, there will be a raised fingerboard on there. And now I've just got to work out the correct dimensions. As the name suggests, it is a leg fiddle, so it will be played upright. And I've not even worked out. I cannot play a violin. No, I can't. I've limited success with using a bow in the past. So we're kind of busking it and winging it from here really. And there it is. So not the greatest video, I know, but it has been a long day. But I was quite keen to basically bring this to us. I think a lot more will make sense in the next video. So as it is quite late, I think I will leave it there. So there it is, peeps. Anyway, just something to whet our appetites. The last project of the year. I will be reviewing one or two of our favourites from throughout the year. One or two instruments that have been upgraded. We will be joined soon by Les. Yes, and from the comments, I know many of us were keen to see Les, and I must say that he was absolutely over the moon, as usual, and has very graciously agreed to spend a bit of time with us soon. So you may see him on one or two occasions, hopefully, but more from him anyway. I'll let him chat about that once he's ready and set up. So there it is, peeps. Enough from me, and that does only leave for me to say, wherever you are, do stay safe. Whatever you're doing, do stay blessed. And whatever life brings, keep building. Okay then, peeps. I love you all. Bye for now then. Bye.